The artwork. Okay, the artwork that I'm giving away with this video is a 3-in-1 Aurora Mk2 pencil drawn poster. You guys loved my Perseus artwork that I shared in the last video, and the Aurora Mk2 is so close to Macross that I had to draw the Mk2 in the Macross art style. 60 files are available on my Ko-fi on first come first get basis for your personal use. You can pay whatever you want or get them for free. And all the friends and citizens who have supported me on Ko-fi since the Perseus artwork, you're all part of this artwork. You're in there. See if you can find yourself. That's my way of saying thank you. Ever since I did the Aurora Mk2 and Mark I design comparison video, I've been with the Aurora Mk2. I've been drawing it, sketching it, animating it, obsessing over its hypothetical design progression that we never got to see. What if that middle concept had an opening wing? What if the new Mk2 had another set of wings, like the ornithopter? What if they all opened and closed? What if it had even more wings? Even more? More. Okay, Lens, calm down. Well, that's how I enjoy my ships in Star Citizen. When I get a ship, I only use that one ship if I can help it and get to know its design, its feel, and its vibe for an extended period of time. And when you spend so much time with the ship, you find some interesting, some funny, some cool things about it. So welcome to a new series of videos where I will share quirky things about ships, starting with 10 quirky details about the Aurora Mk2. You can climb on the roof. Yeah. Now, some of you might know this, but there are definitely people out there who don't. You can just walk up to the front of the ship, press forward and jump, and your character will pull himself or herself up the Aurora. Super cool. A week back, I did this in my hangar, and my mate was puzzled how I got up on the roof of the Aurora. Yeah, this was mentioned in the Behind the Ships episode, but still a lot of people missed it. So it's in this list because it's the quirkiest thing you can do with the Aurora Mk2. Is there any other ship on which you can do this? The Cutlass Black has that side shelf, and so does the Asgard, but to literally climb on the windshield? Who is the manufacturer of this glass? Why are they not investing into bulletproof armor? They're sitting on so much potential and armor made of glass. Wow. Now we know we can get up on the roof, but why would you want to do that other than just cause you feel like it? Well, there's a very good reason, and that takes us to the next quirkiest thing. You see, of all the components that make up the Aurora Mk2, 8 of them are on the roof. Yeah, if you want to change your Aurora's loadout, you need to go up on the roof. It is quite convenient, to be honest. You can do it inside your hangar now. Well, you can use your Mobi-Glass to change the components, but if you loot some quality components, you can now do it on the ground, in the wild. You know what would be cool? Ladders outside the ships, like Vulture, but to climb on the roofs. Yeah, let's convert some of these ships into Aussie 4Bs. How about bull bars for the ships? Oh yeah, I like that. CIG, I got ideas. Call me. And now here's a side quirky thing. Of all the components, the coolers are actually on the wings of the ship. Yeah, it's very easy to miss them. They even move with the wings animation. Okay, I did extensive research on this one before I made this video. I spoke to 10 people who have the Aurora Mk2, and 8 of them didn't know about this one. So I'm hoping that the other people, like those 8 people, are now watching this video and have no clue about this one. Aurora Mk2 has side windows. I'm not talking about the canopy windows, I'm talking about the windows in the rear. There are 2 small side windows on the Aurora in the rear of the interior space, and they kind of get mixed up in the design from the outside and are not that obvious. Also, they are not very functional. To see through the windows, either you need to be lying on the bed, which makes it impossible to see through those windows because you cannot move, or you can sit on the bed, for which the windows are too low to be of any use. So there is no way to see through these windows from the inside. They are useless, and that's a perfect quirky thing about this ship. Oh, but maybe you think, oh, you know what? I can use this shelf to put some stuff and decorate my Aurora, because this Aurora Mark II is my very first ship in the game. Yeah, you can't do that. There is an invisible barrier for you to access that area. However, in the next quirky thing, I'll give you some hope. There are two side shelves next to the windows on the bed, on which you can actually put stuff. However, 8 times out of 10, there will be an offset to where you place the item. Mostly, the object will just slide away. Now that we are on the inside of the ship, I'm going to throw all the interior quirky things under one segment. As we enter the Aurora, there's this area with a shelf. Do you know you can actually put armor boxes on these shelves? Yes, you can. Why do you want to do that? I don't know, but it works. You can put these small container boxes right there on these shelves. There's a storage compartment, yes, but still, this is pretty cool. This is usable space. If you want to decorate, this is where you decorate your ship. Moving on to another one, the ships in Star Citizen have this ridiculous fidelity, this believability that they exist for real. That suspension of disbelief comes from small details. The whole interior of the ship is filled with this signage of these AC vents, cooling, panel access, danger, mind your step. These are very simple details that you don't even notice. They exist in your peripheral vision, but they make the ship a real object. I counted 22 separate labels on the inside of the Aurora Mark II. Someone, maybe more than one someone, has spent time putting these labels on the inside of the ship. I respect that. However, does anyone watching this video know what this sign means? This sign appears on the vents, next to the vents. What is it? Is it the airflow warning? Hot air? Airbag? It can't be airbag. I really need to know what this symbol means. Next up, this armor bay. Well, you can put yourself inside it and cut yourself from the world because you didn't get to join the Odin's Club. Well, this is a very cozy compartment. There's nothing special about it. If a ship has an armor closet, you can lock yourself in it. But I just didn't think that I would be able to fit it in the closet inside the Aurora. Turns out I'm pretty fit. If you lie down on the bed and look up, there are these really cool display screens on the roof. No Netflix, like a dental center, but lots of data, a lot of graphs. And it's all gibberish from what I can tell. I don't know what all of this means. What is SP2A? Now I have something very cool from the design and mechanical side of the ship, the door. The door that you just walk in and walk out without paying much attention. This door opening animation is more complex than human brain. Okay, I'm kidding. So the way this door opens is there is a hinge there which slides the bigger door open, and the door itself actually slides on a rail before that happens. It's hard to explain it in words, but the footage is playing from different angles, so it's a little bit hard to understand. I mean, there's so much detail, a lot of things happening in this door animation. The ladder splits into 2 different parts which slide onto itself and then slides into the small slot. This ladder even has 2 footsteps at the bottom to perfectly balance it out. They're very cute. Out of everything on this Aurora, this door animation is my favorite. More on the cool design cues. This was pointed out to me in the comments below the Aurora Mark I and Mark II design comparison video that there is a hidden wing on the Aurora Mark II, which sort of becomes part of the ship, but it's neatly hidden. We don't usually notice it because when the ship is landed with its wings folded, you can hardly see it. It only becomes obvious when the wings are open. It's a cool, aggressive shape. Okay, now I have found some glitches in some of the animations and the design of the Aurora, and I will put them all together. While paying close attention to the wings when they open and close, they have this slight twitch animation that happens after the ending of the animation. Observe, dear viewer, the wing opens, the sound stops, and it feels like the wing drops into its final placement properly, locking in as if even the missiles shift their position. There is definitely a gap between the animation keyframes of the wings opening and closing. The twitch happens on the top wings more than the bottom wings, but the bottom wings have their own glitch. The VTOL thruster panels, they both do this bubble twitch animation at the opening. They also kind of slot into the place with a quick bump. That's not all though. There is something very funny about this glitch. The twitching is different on both sides of the wings. It's more pronounced on the port side as compared to the starboard side. I find this extremely quirky. A glitch inside the glitch. I don't know why this happens. I've been paying too much attention. Now, I'm sure most of you know that there's a keybind for opening and closing all the doors of your ship. This also opens all the component panels. Of course, it takes a little bit of time for the animation to complete. So if you decide to open the doors and then change your mind and just decide to close them, do you know that actually cancels the animation midway? However, this is not the quirk I'm trying to point out, because that happens on all the ships. What I'm trying to point out is that on the Aurora Mk2, if you open all doors and close all doors, that doesn't open your fuel port. Your fuel nozzle will stay closed and you have to manually open or close it. And this is not the case with other ships. On other ships, this opening and closing of all doors does impact the fuel nozzle. Aurora Mk2 is just very special. It wants to protect its hydrogen. One of the coolest things about the Aurora Mk2 is obviously its wings. When they are open, they give the ship its visual identity, which you don't really get to enjoy because they fold when you land. So in the hangar, the Mk2 is always in its folded state. But do you know they have their own keybind independent of the landing gear? So you can do a landing with wings open if you want. The keybind is left alt plus K on the keyboard. But this also allows you to fold your wings without having the landing gear deployed, do a dive like a certain other ship called Ornithopter, and then open your wings, deploy the landing gear, and do a cool landing. Very cinematic. The cargo bay on the outside. You can use it for carrying 2 boxes, or you can lock yourself in it. Yeah, there is an internal switch in this cargo bay which allows you to enter inside and then lock yourself in. It's the perfect ship for hide and seek. You can't do that on the cargo module, however, because the cargo module doesn't have an internal switch, or at least I didn't find it. And for the last one, I have something very cool, some crazy attention to detail, the VTOL thrusters. If you deploy them, the panels open and you can see the haze being created by the warm air of the thrusters. When you disengage the VTOL, the panel closes and the haze slowly dissipates. How cool is that? Oh, I hope you enjoyed this video. I like to take time with my videos. I like to make them feel like an essay so that when someone watches them, they get the info plus get a visual treat for the game they enjoy and get frustrated with sometimes. If you found any informative value in this video and like this kind of slow content, please do share it with your mates. And subscribe. It's so hard to say that. Okay, did I miss something in the Aurora? What do you like the best about the Aurora Mk2's design? And what is that symbol? Tell me in the comments. Let's have a talk. Have a good time in Star Citizen. Put some stripes on your ships. I think they make you go fast.